Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. In this one, I'm delving into Tory. Now, with Tory, what can we expect from her this season? Well, right out the gate, I just want to start and just say this, because this is important. At this present moment, Tory for me is kind of, how do I put it? It's hard to really root for her, at least for me. It's hard to really sympathize with her, because she's tried to kill Sam twice. She's, crazy. She's very possessive. And she's pretty scary. Pretty intense. But, underneath all of that, right, because I can already feel it in the comments. Yeah! Hang on. Underneath all of that anger and all that rage, I think there is someone there who's just misguided. They've just not had the right person to lead them. And life has been kicking them in the bollocks consistently to the point where they will do whatever they have to do in order to secure maybe money, in order to secure looking after her mother, in order to secure looking after her brother. You know, it's all that kind of stuff, which I hope that we get expansion this season, because we got a little bit of it in season 3. But there wasn't enough there for me. There was a bit of story detail in season 2, about her mum being sick and whatever. But ultimately, there's not enough at the present stage to make me think, okay, yeah, I can really understand Tory and sympathize with her. At the moment, she seems like a reactionary individual that just goes around trying to kill everyone. And we can't say that's an opinion, because that's exactly what's happened at least 3 times now. But I am hoping with season 4 she gets the same treatment that Hawk and Sam got in season 3, where in season 2 Sam was just a love interest that was thrown around and just there for the sake of causing drama. In season 2, Hawk was just thrown around like a ragdoll and, just literally a punching bag. Season 3, things flipped. Sam's PTSD arc enhanced her story, it enhanced Daniel's story in Karate Kid 3, and it elevated her to a new level and it brought her into her own. Hawk, I mean, need I say more? The dude came such a long way. Like, his fighting is on par with Robby and Miguel, 100%. The only thing that holds him back is plot. But I am hoping for similar development for Tory. I feel like there is a point to prove for her. I feel like there's a lot that we can learn about her. And I think that's all of that connects to her mother. I want to see more backstory, more context into how did Tory get into this position that she's in. I want us to see a bit more. And I think with Silver coming into the mix and Kreese being there now, we're going to really explore that and delve into that. As I said with season 3, as great as it is, season 3, amazing. You had all the characters kind of all over the place doing all different things. Now that most of the characters are going to be in the same place for majority of the season, like the Cobra Kai dojo, the dealership, the Miyagi dojo, and the All Valley tournament, and maybe school, pretty much like how season 1 was. There was only a few locations. It's going to allow us time to really invest into these characters and sort of see the motivations of why each character wants to win it and why each character wants to prove themselves. And as I've said before, I think the final will come down to Sam and Robby. But I think what will happen is Tory will make it to the semi-finals, because this, for me, has got Cobra Kai winning written all over it. Tory will get to the finals. I could see something where maybe something happens to her mother, and then she goes berserk on Sam. I mean, I could totally see that. I could totally see something like that happening, and maybe she gets disqualified. Or maybe she doesn't get disqualified. Maybe, what if, because this is a Tory video, what if she actually makes it? I don't think she's going to make it to the final, but what if she fights her way to at least the semis in a very convincing manner, just tearing through opposition, one after the other? That could be on the cards. I really hope with Tory's character this season that we get a lot of detail, a lot of things that we've been missing. I feel like every character, even Hawk and Sam in season 2, as much as they were at the epicenter of Sam's case of love drama and then going on the rebound, or you've got Hawk, who, was just, I mean, I don't know what that dude was doing in season 2. He was all over he was moving mad. With Tory, I feel like we know very little, yet we know enough but I still don't root for her. I still don't care. So I'm hoping this season that we get more for that. And I know Peyton List has been bumped up to a regular, which is good. That means that she could get that sort of arc. And could Julie Pierce be connected to her long-term arc? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Me personally, I don't know. I would prefer it if maybe Robby gets through to her. I think the best thing about Robby and Tory on the same page is they can understand each other in a way Miguel and Sam never could. You know, Miguel could understand to an extent. Sam, no, she lives a completely different lifestyle to Tory. It's not, you know, she will never get that life. She'll never understand what Tory's been through. And I feel like Season 4 can drive this home. Really drive it home. Really showcase how much she's had to do. I mean, it's the little nuggets of information where she sees Miguel again after the first time in ages. And, you know, she's like, you think I'm crazy? It's that kind of stuff where it's like, well, yeah, we do think you're crazy. Because we're not given the detail enough. We're not seeing, you know, we're not feeling a reason to root for you. But then we get the nugget of information of, oh, I got to work 2 jobs now. I work at the rink during the night and I work here during the day. While, you know, trying to get my GED and stuff, like, while I'm trying to still continue my education, you know, I'm trying to find ways to support my family, you know, my sick mother, my younger sibling, you know, that kind of stuff. That right there is all the makings of a very, very strong case to root for Tory. I just really hope Season 4 expands upon it, it builds upon it, because Peyton List has got the acting chops. She can do it. So I'd be really fascinated to see what angle they go with her this season. And Robby being brought into Cobra Kai can bring the light out of Tory, and Tory being with Robby can bring the darkness out of him. So, yin and yang, balance. They can help each other find that center that they've both been looking for, and they can understand each other on a deeper level. Now, do I expect her and Robby to get together? Preferably, I would prefer not, because, you know, let's just leave Miguel and Sam, you know, Dimitri, Yasmin, Hawk and Moon, you know, Johnny, Carmen, Daniel, Amanda. You know, too many relationships spoil the broth, you know? Or was it too many cooks? But I feel like, for me, I want Robby to be driven, and I want him to be focused, and I want us to get a lot of story on Tory. But if I have to be completely transparent, I think, yeah, Robby and Tory will get together in some way, shape, or form. Will it be permanent? I don't think it'll be permanent, but I think there'll probably be something between them. The exchanges that they were sharing throughout Season 3, of the moments when they were just enamored looking at each other, understanding each other, it's that kind of stuff where they relate to each other on a deeper level that I feel like will be heavily explored this season. And it was something I was really fascinated with. It's the bad boy and the bad girl, you know, trying to find their way. And I think what Robby can do to serve Tory's arc is extract the light within her, because she's got it in her. You know, when she was first introduced, she had like this playful sort of, you know, fun, easygoing kind of mentality, you know, and then she's told the story about her necklace with hitting the guy in the mall, and that was like, oh, that was an indication of what was to come. But I just feel like with Tory's character, there is more that we can do. There is more that we can do to really showcase why we should care about Tory on the same level as the others. And that's one thing this show has done so well. With so many characters, I don't think there's one character I don't care for, besides Anthony. But, you know, Anthony will probably care for at Season 6 when he's passed the torch and he's, you know, going to be like the new student or something. But I feel like with Tory, you know, we've got only Season 5 and 6 left. So if you don't do it in Season 4, you've only got 2 seasons left to really give us a reason to root for Tory. I feel like Season 4, with everything that's at stake, Cobra Kai being in the driving seat to win this thing, you know, Silver wanting to get his redemption, Kreese to get his version of a redemption. Like, this is Cobra Kai's redemption in their eyes. We're gonna get the win. Robby has a point to prove. You know, Kyler has to pass his trigonometry or whatever. This is key. This is the best time to really get us to root for Tory. Maybe we won't all root for her the same way we root for the others, but maybe to understand her a little bit more. Understand her struggle a little bit. You know, because I feel like it's sort of been alluded to and touched on, but we haven't really seen it. We've been mostly told it. And this is my problem with show and not tell, is telling you a story is good. But I'd rather see it. I want us to organically see it. Show us a flashback. Show us more with her mother and her you know, her younger sibling. Show us more of that detail, because that way we can get a rough idea of, okay, This is what's happening. This is why it's happening. Tory's a little nuts, but we can see why she is that way, and then we can hopefully give her not the justification, but the understanding as why she does what she does, because life has been constantly kicking her down, and the only thing she knows is to kick back. That's, you know, that is exactly what Kreese said to her in season 3, where she said, life is kind of kicking my ass right now, and he says, you can always kick back. That's what got me into this. And again, this show, it follows the Karate Kid formula. It's a very simple story. It's not like this majorly complex, Nolan-esque, you know, story with multiple plot threads that come together in a confusing way at the end that's like a masterpiece. It's very simple, and that's what makes it good. It's a very simple story, it's to the point, but you care about the characters. And I just sincerely hope that we get this for Tory, that we get some level of, right, this is why Tory is this way, this is what we can do to show you why she is this way, and if you don't root for her, that's fine, but at least maybe you can understand her. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, I don't think many of us are going to root for her, probably ever. I know some people will, but I think it will allow everyone to understand why she is the way she is. And maybe just dial it back on trying to take Sam's face off. You know, that is important. I mean, she's damn near tried to kill Sam, you know, at the school. Then she basically committed home invasion. You know, I mean, like, she's breaking all the laws in the book, which isn't a good thing. And I'm hoping Robby will say, what are you doing? Are you dumb? You donut? You muppet? Like, you're on probation. You just broke into a house. You're looking after your sick mother. You're trying to provide for him. Like, what are you doing? And this is where Robby can extract the light within Tory, and then they can, you know, because I feel like Kreese and Silver are going to go against each other at some point in this show. I feel like it's inevitable. I feel like season 4 they'll be getting along buddy. There'll be a seed planted where they maybe don't agree on a decision. Then season 5, I could see them going at it. And I think wherever Kreese goes, Robby will go. Wherever Kreese goes, Tory will go. I don't know about Kyler. Kyler might stay with Silver because he's a dick. But, you know, I feel like Kreese and Robby and Tory are all connected. Their arcs are all intrinsically linked. And I feel like with Kreese looking out for Tory and Robby, that will be the defining trait, the defining factor. And also Kreese caring about Johnny. That will be the real if Kreese and Silver are to split, that will be the reason. It will be to do with those characters. Now, do they have to split? No, but generally knowing how these things kind of go, I could see a world where Kreese and Silver go head to head, and maybe Kreese has to work with Daniel and Johnny. And given that Cobra Kai are basically winning this season, you know, with Martin Kove saying, "Hey, the valley belongs to me; it always has." I mean, come on, like, can you know, just a bit on the nose. With that in mind, if they're gonna win, then Silver will open up multiple dojos. He'll have an army. So you'll need, you know, Kreese, Robby, and Tory joining the rest of the crew. Wouldn't be the worst thing if Silver opens up all those dojos with God knows how many students. It'll be interesting to see if when Sean's brought in the mix, because I feel like if you don't bring Sean in, that's a huge missed opportunity. But it'll be interesting to see how they integrate him into the story as well. And if Sean is to join, will he go with Robby and Tory, or will he stay with Silver? You know, it'll be interesting to see how that works. But guys and girls, jump in the comment section down below. I haven't done a video on Tory in a while, so hopefully this satisfies the Tory fans that I have over here. I just want more context and nuance for her character. I just want more. I want more backstory. I want more detail. Delve into it more. Tell us a little bit more about her home life by showing us it. We've been told it, and again, this is what I mean. We've been told it, but I want to see it. I really want to see it. This is why I was so excited with season 3. It was like, oh yes, finally, we're going to get some scenes with Tory in her home life. We're actually going to see it. And it's still like, it's good, but it's still not enough. It's just like little nuggets. So when Kreese goes to visit her, and, you know, he's saying, look, come back to the dojo. Come on, come back to the dojo. Your dues are on me. And she's hesitant. You know, it's that kind of character detail which we can really get. And there's a conversation that she has with Miguel in the Cobra Kai dojo in season 2, where he's telling her the story of how her mum took food that was basically going to get thrown out in the trash. So it was going to get thrown out anyway, but he but she took it, and she got fired for it. It's that kind of stuff. I want to see more of that. And what Season 3 did for Hawk and Sam, Season 4 can do for Tory. So, guys and girls, jump in the comment section down below and just let me know what you think. Like, I know I haven't done too many videos on Tory. I will be doing more. I know people have asked me, do I think she could have a redemption? I think, if I'm being completely honest, I think Robby's redemption is the final main redemption of the show. I don't think Tory really needs a redemption, essentially. Robby needs a redemption because he's going to win with the bad guys and he's going up against his former, family, his former friends. But Tory doesn't need to be redeemed, essentially, because to what? Like, Tory isn't redeeming against anything. You could say, oh, well, she'd be a good person. Like, it's not within Tory's character. I could see Tory probably having maybe a choice, a mutual understanding with the rest of the characters of where to go from here. Something like that. And I'm just praying that with Tory's character, she goes from here to up here, and we really start to understand her more, because that's what's been sorely lacking. I want to see more of that. I want to see more detail. And now that they're all in the same place, you're going to see Tory and Robby quite a lot. You're going to see Kreese and Tory quite a lot, bonding like a mentor and an apprentice. You're going to see a lot of that. And it'd be interesting seeing how Silver and Tory will get along, because I'm sure with the way Tory fights, Silver will take a real shine to her. But at the end of the day, she'll be loyal to Kreese. So Silver better tread carefully with that one. Anyway, guys and girls, I will see you in the comments section. And I like to end these videos with a tagline: No mercy!